The police were sure they had heard the killer's voice. But that very voice was the biggest lie in this case. While they were chasing a voice, the real killer was freely murdering. This is the story of the Yorkshire Ripper, a case that was closed not by police intelligence, but by a simple mistake. In the mid-1970s, Northern England slowly entered an age of fear. Shops closed earlier. Women preferred not to go out alone. And the streets, after sunset, were quieter than usual. The first body didn't frighten anyone. The police said, a routine murder. The second was treated the same. The third was a little strange. But when the fourth was found, no one could deny it anymore. Something was moving in the dark. The murders had nothing in common. Not the locations, not the timing, not even the victims. The police believed they were dealing with ordinary crimes. No one yet understood what they were facing. Gradually, the number of murders increased. Some of the victims were sex workers. Others were simply on their way home. The violence escalated. The methods became more brutal. The attacks usually involved a severe blow to the head, followed by stabbing or the use of a screwdriver. The media moved faster than the police. They needed a name, something to make fear speakable. And the name was born, the Yorkshire Ripper. From that moment, fear had a shape. It had a name. It had an identity. But the killer still didn't. One day, a letter arrived at the police station. The sender claimed to be the killer. A few days later, a tape recording arrived. A man's calm voice said, "I am the Yorkshire Ripper. You will never catch me." Experts said, the accent is genuine. The voice is not fake. From that moment on, the case changed direction. The police were no longer hunting a killer. They were hunting a voice. Any man whose accent didn't match was eliminated. Peter Sutcliffe, a lorry driver, married, a seemingly normal life. He was questioned several times. His name even appeared on the suspect list. But his voice didn't match the tape, and that was enough. Police let him go. He walked free, and he killed again. While the police chased a fabricated voice, bodies continued to appear. 13 women were murdered. Several others survived with severe injuries. And each time, the same question echoed. Why is he still free? In 1981, a simple traffic stop, a fake license plate. No one thought this would end the nightmare. But the man's behavior was strange. The investigation went deeper. This time, without bias, without a voice, only evidence. When the evidence came together, there was no room left for denial. Peter Sutcliffe confessed. The Yorkshire Ripper was the very man who had stood in front of the police again and again. Police interviewed Sutcliffe 9 times prior to his arrest. In one encounter, no one spotted that he was wearing a pair of boots that matched a print left at the scene of one of his crimes. Nor did authorities follow up after a friend sent the police an anonymous letter denouncing Sutcliffe. When they traced a 5-pound banknote discovered on one victim to Sutcliffe's employer, police accepted Sutcliffe's alibi that he had been at a party. Ultimately, Sutcliffe was arrested in the city of Sheffield on January 2nd, 1981. He was sitting in a car with a sex worker, Olivia Reevers, when police spotted his fake license plates. After he was taken into custody, police discovered screwdrivers in Sutcliffe's car, which resulted in a search that uncovered a hammer and knife he stashed near the scene of his arrest. He'd gotten a private moment to do so by telling officers he needed to relieve himself. During his interrogation, Sutcliffe confessed to the crimes, saying, "It's all right. I know what you're leading up to. The Yorkshire Ripper. It's me. I killed all those women." Peter Sutcliffe was born in Bingley, West Yorkshire. He grew up in a working-class family and showed unusual behavior from a young age. In his early adulthood, he developed religious delusions and later claimed that he heard voices from God ordering him to kill. The police questioned more than 5,000 suspects, conducted over 40,000 interviews, but due to excessive focus on the fake tape recording, they ignored the real evidence. The tape and letters were later proven to be entirely fake and sent by another individual. In 1981, Peter Sutcliffe was convicted of the murder of 13 women, the attempted murder of 7 others. In 1984, a diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia saw Sutcliffe removed from prison and sent to Broadmoor Hospital, a secure psychiatric facility. While in custody, Sutcliffe applied for the right to parole, but a 2010 ruling said that he would never be released from prison. He was declared mentally able to leave the secure hospital and sent to a maximum security prison in 2016. On November 13, 2020, at the age of 74, Peter Sutcliffe died in prison after contracting COVID-19. But one question remained. If the police hadn't listened to the voice, how many lives could have been saved? Sometimes the most dangerous thing is not the killer himself, but our misplaced certainty.